How about studying in a top 10 college in the world and getting a 10 lakh worth of scholarship? Well, that's right. Presenting Sansha Kapoor, a student of MSc Business Analytics at Imperial College London and an Imperial Excellence Scholar. We speak to her and get insights on how she availed this scholarship at one of the top colleges in the world. Let us welcome her. Cool. So, Sansha, before we start, can you briefly describe your background in terms of your education, or do you have any work experience?
Okay, so I did my Bachelor of Science in Maths, Stats and Eco from St. Xavier's College, Mumbai. Then I worked as a data analyst with a startup based out of Bangalore. It's by the name of ClueTrap.
Okay.
And then I just decided to pursue my master's.
Cool. Cool. So, apart from Imperial, did you apply to any other institutions?
I did. I actually applied to all the top schools here in the UK as well as Ireland. I was also planning to apply to Australia, but that didn't really work out well for me, so I just decided not to.
Right. So, which all other institutions did you apply to?
So that included Warwick, Manchester, Bath University, UCD, TCD, all these institutes.
And from where all did you get the admits?
So I got it from all the colleges, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And,
Yeah.
and any particular reason why you chose Imperial out of all the colleges, basically?
For me, it was very straightforward. I wanted to pick the program which not just focuses on the academics, but also on the career prospects of it. So I just went onto the website and checked which college has the most promising careers department, and Imperial stood out for me.
Right. So talking about your admissions to Imperial, can you briefly describe the timeline? So when did you start your application and how long did it take you?
Okay, so the applications are out in September. It can vary. It's either going to be in mid-September or first week of October. For
Right.
me, it was I had to submit everything, like the LORs inclusive, by 1st October.
Okay.
Then they come back to you once they've assessed your application, and they ask you for a video interview, which
Okay.
was for me in November. And then they get back to you by mid-December. This is round 1 of applications. For round
Right.
2 and round 3, the dates can vary.
And I think the kind of course you're doing, like business analytics, is like very, very in-demand program. So I think the program
Yeah.
also closes early as well, right?
Yeah, it does, and it's quite competitive. So this is what we were told once we came to colleges. Once we came to the college, that it's one of the most difficult program to get into. So your application has to be like really strong.
Right, right. I think that went really well for you, certainly. So,
Yeah.
moving on to the next question. So, let's get to the Imperial Excellence Scholarship. So, that's one of the most prestigious scholarships you have won. So, can you
Yeah.
briefly describe, the whole process? How did you get one?
So for scholarships, they have different way of interviewing you for different scholarships. I had actually applied to 2.
Okay.
One was the Imperial Excellence Scholarship, which basically I just had to notify them that I'm interested in it and please consider my application. They would just consider my CV and my application for that part of the scholarship because it
Okay.
was based on academics and
Okay.
merit.
Okay.
Apart from that, you also have the Dean's Impact Scholarship. For that, you have to give an interview and you have to tell them which sector you've had an impact in, and they give you like 5 sectors to focus on. So you pick one of those and you tell them if you've made an impact in that sector, and that's, I think, worth more than the Imperial Excellence Scholarship. But yeah,
Right.
it's a good shot if you can get
Okay.
it.
Cool. So, when did you get to know that you won the scholarship, and how was your initial reaction?
So the scholarship applications actually opened up in Feb. So that's when I knew that I've applied. I heard back from them in late May, early June.
Okay.
And my reaction was, of course, I was really delighted because it's a big help if you get a
Right.
scholarship.
Right, definitely. Cool. Just to conclude this very brief session, Sansha, so what kind of tips and tricks you'd like to give prospective applicants who wish to apply to Imperial and maybe avail a scholarship as well?
First and foremost, apply in the first round because it does give you a lot of idea about other colleges as well. And it is gonna be a very long application. So spend enough time on your SOP and
Okay.
also the other questions that they ask you, because it's not just the personal statement, you have other questions to answer to, and they're all essay type questions.
Right.
One thing that worked really well out for me was that I did not include a common point in any of the answers. All my answers were unique, and my personal statement had nothing that I had included in the other answers. So it gave more I don't know, it made my profile more diverse, and I could include more things in it than just repeating the same things again and again. And for CV, do go by their the sample CV that they give, because they're very particular about the CV, and
Right.
I wouldn't recommend making a using any template apart from the one that they've given.
Right. Cool. Thank you so much, Sansha, and thank you so much for doing this again. And I believe this session will be very, very helpful for someone who's wishing to study in the UK and specifically at Imperial. Thank you so much, and I wish you a great weekend ahead. The deadline to avail this scholarship for MSc Business Analytics and International Management programs is 20th January 2023, and for other MSc programs, it's February 1st, 2023. My advice, apply as early as possible. Imperial College is now open for September 23 intake. Start your application today.